Now this day school has two sides, two sections. One is uh, Octave. About Octave, it is more like MATLAB, proprietary software that we have to uh, buy this software. Octave, other than this, that Octave is a free and open source software, so we can download it freely and use it no, without any problem. Uh, it this is the Octave software. Uh, it has some windows. You can see it. One is command prompt. Uh, one is main window. This is the main window. Second, current directory. This is the current directory. It indicates the current directory. And this is third one. This file browser. This one file browser. And the fourth one, the workspace. Fifth one, command history. And this main window has three tabs: command window, documentation, and editor. I will show you the actual software. This is the main window, and this is the current window. Yeah, current window, and this is current directory, and the workspace, and this is the command history. You can see below command window, documentation, and variable editor and the editor. Uh, First, I will use command window, and then this is the same numbers, and this is command window, and I will give some examples using the command. This command window, when I enter 2 plus 2 here, you can see the answer 4. Like that, there are so many calculations you can do with this octave. See this 4 into 2, answer is 8. 4 divided by 2, answer is 2. Like that, all the, and you can do multiple calculations also. Into 2 plus 4, 3, and answer, you can get the answer. And functions, next is the function. Function is there are two types of functions: built-in functions and the user defined functions. These are sign, it gives the sign of the this value, and this is multiplied by 2. This sign is a uh, this predefined function. You can see the 2 into sine sine 2 to 5 into 2. You will get this answer as this one. And then there are so many other functions, predefined functions like this, like exponential. This is exponential. And then I will give some examples of one of array. Actually, this has some history, and 2 into 2 and 4 into 2, 4 divided by 2, and this all those equations are you have to enter one by one. But if you see the editor, you can do this one, say 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 4 into 2, like that. You can save it s dot this extension of this file should be m. Any you can save it by using any name. Now this is the editor. Now you go to the command window and run s.m. No, this current directory is home nil. This editor also you have to save it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So we can't see the your Octave screen. We can only see presentation, sir.
Sorry. You can't see this software, no?
We can see only the presentation, sir.
Right. We can only share only one screen, no? desktop. Now can you see?
Yes, sir, we can see both screens.
Both screens. Right, okay. Now what do you want to explain more about earlier I have said? Because there is a command window here. You can enter several equations and any commands here within the command window.
Excuse me, sir. We can only see the octave window only. It's not. We can't see its content.
Sorry,
We can see only the octave window.
octave window. Now you can't see the
So
desktop,
excuse me,
the PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah,
You can't see presentation.
we can see presentation.
Sorry.
so we can see both presentation and octave window, but octave window is blank and black. It is not visible. Only a black screen is there named
Black.
octave. We can't see the content.
What can we do? Now can you see the what screen you can see? Can you see the screen?
No, sir.
Uh, no, it is not showing the. I will give you information from the this slide. Okay. Now in this octave, uh, in from the command prompt, you can enter arrays. Okay, arrays. When you enter like this is a 2D array. Colon indicate one row and the semicolon indicate the separation of two rows. Now using command window, you can do it. Colon notation. This is this array contain 2 to 6. 2 to 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This colon indicate there are numbers from initial amount to the end amount. If you put the 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will inserted into the A. That is, A is an array. This is 2 to 3 with 4 intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that. Incremental data between first and last can inserted by inserting the incremental number with 2 colon insertions. This is zeros. You can insert one zeros array called zeros. This has 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to 5. Creating array with ones. Here this is zeros. It will insert zeros to the array. This will insert ones to the array. 3 rows, 5 columns. Here these are the rows. Here these are the columns. 3 rows and 5 columns. Here 1 rows, 5 columns. In many times we need this type of arrays for initialization. We can initialize zeros or ones with certain amount of array. This easily we can insert ones or zeros arrays using Octave. Here this is calculations of matrix. This matrix have 2 semicolon 4. That means first row has 2, second row has 4. This M2 is another array called 2, 4. First row has 2 and the second row has 4. M into 1. This M multiplied by this. If when you multiply 2 arrays, you have to put dot after the M1 in the first array. After the first array, you have to put this dot because you have to multiply 2 arrays. If you multiply one single number into by array, we don't need this dot. This actually, if you, it is better we can do with the software. This plotting graph, you can plot graph by using this plot. This angles is an array 0 to pi by 3.2. No, 0 to pi by 3, and intervals is 2 into 5. Y is sine angles. Angles is the array, this array. Angles is this array. Y equal this y also an array relevant to this angle. This you can see the plot angles and the y. This x-axis is angles, y-axis is the y. And the next one is data modeling. This actually, this first part is the matrix, no, octave, and the second part is the database. In the second part, we will give in you can learn data and information. How can we store data, database management system, relational data model, and normalization. Data and information, actually data is just some facts without any knowledge. It has no meaning. Suppose this name and this number has, these are only facts or some data. And if you get the if you collect this data by a meaningful word sentence, registration number of the student Sandali Karunaratna is this number. It has a meaning. This is called information. These are called data. So we usually in commercial firms and everywhere you use data, and if you want to get the meaningful things from this data, you have to convert it to the information. Now, how can we store data? Data actually, we earlier we store data in a file, paper. We write data in tables, in paper, and put in a cupboard. Later, spreadsheets came. Spreadsheets are, I will show spreadsheet. Can you see this spreadsheet?
No, sir.
These are spreadsheets, and these have columns and rows. 1, 2, like that. It indicates.
We can't see, sir.
You can't see this also.
Because we can see only the presentation.
You can see the. Now I think you can see the spreadsheet, no?
Yes, sir.
All right, spreadsheet. These are rows. Rows are numbered, and columns are have A, B, C, D, like that. After the Z, you can see A, B, like that. There are so many columns and rows in a spreadsheet. And in spreadsheet, you can write anything in columns and rows like that. You can do the calculations also. Now this another one is folders. Folders you can see in actually in a filing cabinet also. You can put the into the folders uh, papers. You can write data and information in a paper and you can put to the files. These are called folders. Ledgers also books. In books you can write uh, these calculations and storing uh, transactions. Like mainly ledgers are used to write transactions, money transactions. uh, Lists are also, we can put the list number of list names list. You can write names list like that. Piles of papers on your desk. Now file based systems. uh, Now this is with we are next we are seeing about storing data in computer. You earlier uh, we used documentations like MS Word, spreadsheets, Calc, Excel like that. In those uh, using those software, we can store data, and some software also we can use to store data. These employees details, salary details, they are separately stores data. Inventory handling, spare parts like that, these are all examples. These you can store earlier. These data stores in a separate department or separate places in computers. Most of the time the problem was uh, computers may be stuck or some crash, maybe sometimes they broken, and also software may be crashed, so all the data may, will be lost. And other thing is this when you use data in separate departments or separate places, uh, one computer, uh, say employee's name may be same employee's name may be stored in finance salary department, and one other departments also same name. But the problem is one department's name may be correct. This one employee name may be correct. Other departments saved data may be incorrect. If you want to correct one, these all we have to find all the departments data. You have to get the data and correct them. But this is a very hard job. And later, no this disadvantages file based approaches data redundancy. Data redundancy is data one data will be stored in many places. This say name and address. First employee name and address, maybe in one department same data will be stored in one department and another department and another department, so they can if you want to correct or delete, it is very difficult all the places you have to delete them. Concurrency access mean same times you cannot access in all the data. Uh, Data isolation. Data isolation is the problem is also in separate departments. Data are not cannot commonly used because each department has the separate files. Integrity problem is uh, if you want to correct or update data in one department, you have to go to the another department also. You have to go to the other department and correct them. Security problem is this not secured. You cannot have IT department in separate all the departments separately, so the data are not secured. This file-based systems disadvantages file-based systems. Database is a shared collection of related data used to support activities of particular. This is actually stored data. All the data stored in a separate disk in a firm or organization. These all one data can be shared to all the departments and all the other places, but saved in only one place. That is centralized data, and you can use in distributed ways. Suppose vehicle registration. RME has details about all the vehicles in Sri Lanka, but these data can be accessed, and we can from the all the authorized persons in the government, they can access these data in different places from the different places. Earlier, this data only for used only for the particular organization. Now it is not. We can collect, can get linked them to the other organizations also. Say in the RME details, RME registered vehicles details, police departments also can access them. Database is a shared, related, and particular organization. That means data. There are in particular in separate organization, there are so many information and data you can collect, but only relevant data are stored in database. That is to minimize the space and it become many like forest. That means lot of data if we save all the data in the database. So we store only the relevant data, the separate organization. These data are shared in all the departments. Now, like student details of a university. For example, these data are more important for a university. Student, marks, course, and program. These are separately stored in a IT department, but this data can access by finance department, academic divisions, and registration block, and all the other relevant departments. They can access this data. I will teach you what are these, and these are data, all the data. And then database management systems. This is actually database. This data are stored in here, and a separate software called database management systems are there. Now Oracle and mostly Oracle, MySQL, MySQL are free and open source software. SQL Server are database management system software. Database management software has facility to store data through the operating systems. Under this database management system software are installed over the operating system in a computer. And using this database management system software, you can store, retrieve, and alter database using this. And queries mean you can get data by different types of data you can access according to the user's requirement, department's requirement, and high-level programming. DBMS can connect to the other high-level programming languages like Python, Java. So these are these are called front end, because we can front end screen, we can get the output very friendly manner. But database management systems has command more like command from commands using command prompt. Today, DBMS are essential part of any enterprise information systems. It is a essential part of the many organization today. University database, credit card processing, airline reservation systems, banking. In banking, you can now you can see the your all the information regarding the your deposits through the online to the computer, and so all these are done using database management systems. These actually, when you see inside the database management systems, there are three separate schemas and views. They are called actually views: physical scheme, conceptual scheme, and external schema. Physical schema describes the files and indexes. Indexes mean how each file can access. There is a separate row column called index. So we can find easily using this index in a table. Defines logical structure, and many views describe how users see the data. I will explain these through the next slides. Views. This physical schema, conceptual schema, there are so many views. Views mean each department is a separate view, like finance department, academic others. Like if you consider the university, there are separate views, academic divisions, registration block. They are separate views, but same data is available, data available inside the disk. You can see this physical schema, conceptual schema, views, application software, and users here. Physical schema has these tables. You can see this PK and FK. PK is primary key. PK is called primary key. These we store data as a separate tables. This student details only the these all data relevant to the student. Registration number, name, date of birth, gender, address, telephone, program code. Right? Now, there is a separate index using this registration number. When you create a table like this, it will it asks if you create the primary key as this, it will database management systems will automatically create index, separate index for this registration number. So using this index, you can search very easily than this finding this registration number in this table, the particular date name or registration number easily using this index. Here also marks, separate table called marks. Data relevant to the marks are only marks available under this table. Here you can see the student registration number 2 times. This table marks linked to this student registration number. Yeah. You can see here links, but in physical schema no links are there, but in conceptual schema you can see that there are links. This marks student registration number links to the this student table, and the course code. Course code is linked to the this course related data. So when you linked it in a particular course code, all the details regarding course code you can get these using these links. This is program code. Program code also, program code and program name. We can write program code and program name here. We can insert all the details regarding program here. In conceptual schema, these links are created. Views. You can see the registration and the marks entering in separate tables. And these tables are obtained from these 4 tables. only 4 tables are there, but there are different views you can get. That this VVEE mean these are only you can views. In registration block, you can view only course code, course title, and but you can edit registration number, registration name, registration. Here, you people in registration block, they can edit these data, and when you edit this data, directly goes to here, and it will change. In physical schema, only the registration number only here, and using this only you can access change automatically. And application software are registration app separately, marks entering app separately, uh, and registration. These are done by registration staff and marks entering by academic. So they are users, separate users use separate applications, but remember same data is in physical schema. So that is the arrangement of database management system. Over the database management system, application software available. Separate this application software is for user friendly, to implement user friendly data entry systems and data modification law. Next is the relational database data model. You can you saw here this conceptual schema and tables and relations are there. Here you can see the in this relationship big circle, half circle, and small thing here, and small link. This link has small link here, half circle here. Here also half circle here, and one. These links are called one-to-many relationships. This side is many, and this side is one. Here also this side is many, and this side is one. Here this side is many, this side is one. You can set primary key. Now student in student table only student details are there, but remember one student data details are available in one row. One row means for only one detail. Student registration number is one unique number. If you want to put marks, student registration number should be in this table. Otherwise, you can't enter registration number here for the in marks table separately. It will link automatically, and if the if you try to enter wrong registration number here, it can't. It will not allow to enter because this registration number is not available in this table. And here also, you first you have to enter code, course code, course title, course credit, course level, all the details about the course. You have to first enter, then you have to you can enter course code here. That is the many. That is why many relations. Only one relation. You have to first you have to enter data in the one relationship here. You can see here. Then you can enter In program code also, first you have to enter program code here, then you can add program code to the student table here. You can select actually. You can't enter, you can select from this table. Now, how we can implement this type of how we can extract this type of data. Actually, when you want to design a software in organization, first this organization is asked from the software firm, software company or software. What they do is they analyze the organization system and write business tool like this. A student, if you consider the university, a student may register 0 or more courses. That means student can get only the studentship. If you consider the open university, student without any course, any obtaining course, student can get only the studentship. So 0 course. Student can register for 0 courses, no course available, and or 1 or more courses. Student may register for more than one course. So this relationship is we can draw this relationship like this. This square rectangular box called entity. You can see this bold mark in this sentence. You can see the nouns: student, courses, register. Register is a verb. Student and course are nouns. You can get directly these nouns as entity. Here we get the student as entity, course as entity. There are two entities, and you can get the relationship from this one. What is the relationship? Is register. Register is the relationship. These are the entities. Relationship we can draw using diamond box. Student is entity, course is entity, register is relationship. This marks called many-to-many relationship. We will see what is the many-to-many relationship. These all are entity. We can write student entity like this also. Name it as some attributes called. Okay. Entity. Entity is an object in the real world with an independent existence and can be differentiated from the objects. Entity might be an object with physical existing, example, a student, lecturer, or a car. That means physically if you objects physically existence like lecture, students, and object with an conceptual existence like course. Course you can't see the course, job and position you can't see, but these are also entities. Each entity is described by a set of attributes. This entity has a attributes, many attributes. Suppose student is a entity, name, address, gender, age, are date of birth also we call them as attributes. Attributes. Properties of student entity such as student name, address are called attributes of the student entity. Now, student is we draw as a rectangle, and the attributes related to this entity we draw as ellipse. Here, address, name, gender, age, all are related to the student. So we draw a line here to the student. So this name related to the student, and the registration number. Registration number is a this has a underline for the registration number. What is that? Underline means when you write attributes, actually no need this. Student has name, student has gender, student has age, student has address. Actually registration number no need, but registration number need to access data from a database table. Database is a collection of many tables. So one table includes entity and the attributes related to the entity. Registration number is we put the really unique number to identify this special one student. So we introduce registration number like NIC also like a unique number. So one may think why we can't use name as a unique name, but name one name maybe put the two or more persons. So we can't use name as a unique identification attribute. So we create registration number or NIC, some other name. So vehicle has also registration number. So those things are called primary key actually. Types of attributes. Simple attributes. We will say what is the composite attributes. Composite attributes are like address. Address is another. It has some other attributes because may consist one address has number, street, and the city. So it is a composite attribute. Attributes considering collection of other attributes. These are called composite. Simple attributes are only one value is available for the simple attribute. Multivalued attributes. One attribute has many different types of different types of values. that means like set qualification. If you put the qualification as a one attribute, only we can enter only one data for the qualification. So there should be another table to get the qualifications. So many that that attributes at one to many attributes is a qualification, and there are so many qualifications, maybe one for the one person. Derived attributes is age. We can get age from the birthday. That is derived attributes. Key is an attribute or a group of attributes whose values can be used uniquely. That is like registration number and NIC number. Those are called primary key and key. Types of key. Key now are there chat? Oh, sorry. Some students are waiting. Actually, I will give the record later, so anyone can see this recorded video later also. I will share the attendance sheet for this one Google Sheet. After that, is this session related to our CAT one? Yes, CAT one. This most of the time we will include the question from this one. Those who cannot access this video, you can see the later when after uploading this video. Types of keys. Are there any questions up to this slide? Anyone have? How many are there? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Right. Okay. I thought. Okay, now. Yeah, where did I? Key. Right. Types of keys. Candidate key is Now, when you consider table, there may be several attributes available, but we will think about this surname and the first name and the second. We will select one attributes as a key. This, if you have a consider, if you can consider uh, 2 or 3 attributes are available to consider as a key, primary key. Those attributes are considered as candidate key. So one of the candidate key, we select one of the candidate key as a primary key. Actually, primary key is a unique. Unique means one primary key, one number, one value has no same value should be not anywhere in other places in the table. That is actually it put primary key should be not null. Null means it cannot be his it cannot be 0 or empty value. Composite key is if you have a primary key, if you can get the primary key as 2 or more attributes, that is called composite key. Here, this is primary key. Registration number is primary key. This is called foreign key. Actually, foreign key is primary key of another table. You can link this other primary key of other table to this table. Here, foreign key is program code, and there is separate table called program. It has program code and program name. So we connect these other tables primary key to here, and this is a primary key of this table. You can see only one number here, one unique number. This one is not anywhere in this column, and also it should not be 0 or none value here. This for the primary key. Foreign key has, now see, foreign keys VT is here, VT is here, VT is here. So one key, one same value are included in different places. That is called foreign key. And others are name, date of birth, gender, address, and this telephone. When we write the attributes, we write the attributes name like this: date of birth, gender, address, telephone, program code. We can, but when you enter in the program database, we write like this: student ST reg number, ST name, ST D of base, ST, because if you store this data, these are called metadata. This data in database, it will take more length. So reduce the length. To reduce the length, we usually write like this short names. And this is the values. You can enter maximum value here 4. You can enter maximum characters here 45. 45 characters maximum. Here you can see the 45. Date is a fixed when you type data types, field types, it will automatically assign some length. Here this we can define char 1. Here 60 is in a different size according to our requirement. We limit this length, otherwise it will take will take more space. There is a default space to I think 255, around 255. This if you didn't put specific reasonable amount number, it will take large space, default space. So we get 45 length. This varchar is data type. Varchar int is integer. You can insert only the integer numbers here. You can insert any value here, but you can't calculate using varchar. Date is you can insert date. Char 1 gender. Here if you put the 1 here, you can insert only 1 character here. 6 characters you can insert here. Telephone number, actually it is a 10 number, 10 integer. Usually telephone number is a 10 integer number, so we can put integer 10. Length of the field is 10. This program code is varchar 2, size is 2. Attributes, field name, primary key, not null. Not null mean this any value, these rows cannot be empty value here. And unique mean all rows has only one number here should be here. This column called attribute. Type date. These are called here in the table, these are called rows, these are called columns. Relationships hold entities together. There are two types of relationships. I will explain later what are these. One to many and many to many. Student register for many courses and course is obtained by many students. One student gets many marks. Here relationships, student course. This is called occurrence diagram. Here I will give here it says this example. We can explain by example about what is the many-to-many relationship. Here Nimal takes this course. Normally takes these 3 courses. Kamal obtained this course. Sadhun obtained these 2 courses. And Malik has not get any course. This course not obtained by any student. So you can see here one to many here, from one entity to other many entities. So one to many. From this one course is obtained by different students. Nimal, Namali, Sadhu. Here you can see one to many, one to many, one to many. So both places have one to many relationships. So it becomes many to many. We can draw ERD. That is ERD means entity relationship diagram. Relationship between entities. Entities are here. Entities are student. Course are entities. These are attributes. Course code, course title, credit are all attributes related to the course. These are attributes related to the student, and this is primary key of the student. This is primary key of the course code. Now this is many to many relationship. So many to many relationship we can get like this. This O marks indicate course student should be exist without any course, registered course. Course can be exist without any student. So we put 0 here, 0 O mark, and this is called crossfoot. This 3 marks called crossfoot. In both sides, crossfoots are available. Now register this registration year available for the register. Now consider this occurrence diagram. This is occurrence. This is called an occurrence diagram. Now, if you ignore this, these two with these two entities and occurrences, it becomes many to many. Now change many to many relationship to one to many relationships. Now these relationships we can insert another relationship called marks. These course and students are related with by the marks. So this marks, these students get marks M1 for this course. This student get this mark for this course. This student get this mark for this course. So this become one to many. You can see this V, and this time we one to many. Here also one to many. So it becomes one to many relationships. So we can insert to the database only one to many relationships. That is why we should convert all the many to many relationships to the one to many relationship. Then what happened? Then this many-to-many relationship become one-to-many relationship. Okay. Now student and the attributes are there. Student and the attributes are there. So mark sheet have we can put this as a relationship as a another entity. We call it as a associative entity. This associative entity has registration number from this one, course code from this one, and registration year. It specific to the this associative entity and marks also. And now there are exercises, draw an ER diagram for the given scenario. The next is normalization. Normalization is like ERD. Now, when you now why we separately inserted tables as student course. If you put table like this, student course program, all those things in one table, what happened is now for this student registration number is this one, name this one, program code this one, and the program name here, and the course code. Course code, 3 course codes are there, and for this student 2 course codes are there. For this students 2 course codes are there, and table this is called without normalization. We want to insert to the separate tables here to the database. We should insert to avoid these anomalies, above anomalies. What are the anomalies? First one is insertion anomaly. Insertion anomaly is if you want to put the another now course code. If you want to put the another course code, how can we insert here? We cannot insert if we create another new course, and we can include another new course. There is no way to insert, so we should divide separate. We should put separately as a course code. Now, first normal form is remove repetition. Now, these are repeated. So, repeated course are separately. Now, student program code and AC and the course codes are separated. We take separately. For this student, registration number and the registration year, we remove repetitions. Repetitions are, these course codes are repeated. Here 3351, 3350 are repeated. second normal form is if it is in the first normal form and remove the repetition and all of its attributes depend on the whole primary key, and then we separately get the course code here, course code and course name. We can insert any time, any time. If you want to introduce a course, we can insert course code and the course name here. And when a new student comes, we can insert new student here, add new student or delete student here. Update, if you want to change this name, we can change here. And then we can link these two tables from another table. This student has got this course code in this year, and marks are these are the marks. Third normal form is like here, the course code, the program code, and the BTech. This also take it out. Now you can see separately all the program. You can insert program codes also separately and the course code also. Every non-key attribute in second normal form depends on the entire primary key. These data only depend on the primary key. Depend on the mean, if we change this value, the registration number should be changed. If we change the name, course code is changed like that. Thank you. Now, are there any questions you have regarding labs? We don't have still fixed time for the CAT, and there will be another lab also. Tomorrow also, there is an online lab, and actually we have given facility to come to the Colombo Center also, but please, if you can do online, it is better. Okay, any questions?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, how many sessions include CAT 1?
CAT 1 is a question paper. We give question paper.
Sir, sessions in the book.
You mean section, no?
Oh,
We give mainly C programming, and sometimes this normalization and few questions from this school also, but mainly C programming and the what is called flow chart and main flow chart.
So when will be the CAT one?
Sorry,
When will be the CAT one, sir?
CAT 1 actually I don't know.
Okay, sir.
No fixed timetable. It will inform.
Excuse sir.
Yes.
There is any introduction session held on tomorrow?
No introduction session.
For lab
Introduction
2.
session for the another course.
Lab 2.
Lab 2 practical. It is repeating. No, why? Lab. There will be a lab demonstration morning and afternoon. There will be test.
Sorry, sir.
There will be a test afternoon.
Only test.
Test and 3 questions are there for the test. You have to answer online.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Online.
Sir, which lab is having tomorrow? Lab 2.
Sorry. Can't hear.
Which lab is having tomorrow? Which one? Lab 2.
Lab 2 for this
Lab
course.
3, right?
So we can participate it through Zoom, no? Is it
Yes,
online?
yes. You can participate through the Zoom, but still I think Zoom link is not given.
Yeah.
I will upload the Zoom link to the OpenLearn.
All right. So thank you.
So still I cannot access to online class OpenLearn. I already sent a mail. Can you please check, sir?
What is the name?
GNP Vijayaratna.
I don't remember you. But the thing is, I didn't call to give the access because I don't have access to the office until the day after tomorrow because I have to go to the campus. I don't
Okay.
know whether you have registered for the MyUSL.
Yes, sir.
Did you come to the registration block and registered?
Yes, sir.
When did you come?
Last week.
I think most of the time student it is not confirmed. If it is confirmed,
Yes, I already confirmed from registration block.
confirmed. Okay, I will check day after tomorrow. But you have not participated the lab 2.
Excuse me.
You have not participated to the not participated to the lab 2, no?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get.
No, you have not participated to the lab 2, no?
No.
We will give the another lab session for those students like you. And tomorrow, I think you can't come
Okay.
because I have to inform to the web admin to give the access.
Sir,
Sorry. Yes.
sir, some of us did the lab 1 and lab 2 in the month of February.
Yes.
Or
New
March.
Students, no?
No, I didn't register as a new student. We have registered on last year,
Yes.
2020. So
Yes.
we did
Okay.
the lab 2 on February. So do we have to do it again?
No need. If you
Okay.
did this last year, I think end of the last year, no?
No, February. February, March.
Yes. I don't remember the date. I think you have done in February.
Yes, sir.
You have access to the OpenLearn, no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, it's okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No need again to do the again.
Okay.
Are you registered student? No. New registered.
Pre-registered on last year. I have registered for the BTech.
So you did the lab for the last year.
No, I did the lab in this year on February. This year, February.
I don't remember.
We had the online session
Yes, sir.
Wait.
Excuse me.
Wait. I'm checking the. Right. Right. No. This year February. First lab was given. This year February. Who has done the last year? The student who spoke earlier. Okay, the next student. Someone want to ask some question?
Sir,
Sir,
lab.
can we Colombo Center tomorrow for lab 2?
Yes, yes. You can come and also online, there is an online lab.
Sir, is there any link for that?
Yes, I will give. Still not given.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, දෙවෙනි ලැබ් එකට හිටියා නම් එන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේද sir?
නෑ ඕනේ.
Sir, එතකොට මේ Java වලත් ලැබ් දෙකක් දෙවෙනි ලැබ් එකට දාලා තියෙන එකක් ඕනේ නැති නේ.
මොකද?
Java වලත් මේ දෙවෙනි ලැබ් එක දාලා තියෙනවා. ඒකත් ඕනේ නැති මම හිතන්නේ sir අපි අර සෝරල වල එකේ ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් වගේක් එහෙම ගහලා යවුවා දෙවෙනි ලැබ් එක කියලා. ඒක හරියද නේද sir? එතකොට
මට පැහැදිලි නෑ.
sir Java වලත් දෙවෙනි ලැබ් එක දාලා තියෙනවා. මේ එතකොට ඒකත් අපි කරන්නේ ඒකටත් අපි ඉන්න ඕනේ නැහැ නේද උන්නේ?
Java වල කියන්නේ වෙන course එකක්ද?
sir 32 62.
32 60 I
සර් මේ එතකොට සර් හෙට ලැබ් එක තියෙන්නේ අර පෙබරවාරි වල ලැබ් 1 එකට පාටිසිපේට් කරන්න බැරි වෙච්ච අයට නේ සර් පෙබරවාරි වල ලිව්වා නම් ආපහු ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ
ලැබ් 2 එකටද?
ඔව්
ලැබ් 2 ඔව්.
එතකොට පෙබරවාරි වල හරි සර් හරි thank you.
සර් මේ කැන්ඩි සෙන්ටර් එකට අපිට යන්න පුළුවන් සර් ලැබ් 2 එකට.
මේ ඔන්ලයින් තියෙනවා.
ඔව් සර්.
ඒක ඩිවයිසස් නැත්තම් තමයි මේ කියන්නේ ඔන්ලයින් මොකක්වත් ලැප්ටොප් හරි ඉන්ටර්නෙට් හරි නැත්තම් තමයි යන්න ඕනේ.
හොඳයි සර්.
නැත්තම් මේ තියෙනවා නම් ගෙදර ඉඳලා කරන්න. ලැබ් 2 කරාද? නෑ.
නෑ සර් ලැබ් 2 එක කරේ නැහැ.
ලැබ් 2 කරන්න පුළුවන් ගෙදර ඉඳලා. මොකද දැන් අර මේ දවස්වල තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ හින්දා මේ නේන තරමට හොඳයි.
හොඳයි.
අර මොකක්වත් පාස්කම් නැත්තම් තමයි එන්න ඕනේ.
හරි සර් thank you.
සර් මේ අර 33 36 ඉන්ට්‍රොඩක්ෂන් සෙෂන් එකක් තියෙනවා කියලා දාලා තියෙනවා අඟහරුවාද. එතකොට ඒවා ඔය කැම්පස් එකේ තියෙනවද වහලාද කොහොමද දන්නේ නැහැ.
33 36 ඒක නම් දන්නේ
නැහැ. මම බලන්න සර් ලැබ් 2 සෙෂන් තව ඉස්සරහට එනවද තව සෙෂන් එකක්?
තව එකක් විතර දාන්න වෙනවා.
අපි බැරි වෙලාවකත් මේ හෙට මොකක් හරි හේතුවක් හින්දා පාටිසිපේට් කරන්න බැරි වුණොත් අපිට අනිත් එකට පාටිසිපේට් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ.
ඔව් තව එකක් ඔව්.
thank you sir.
hello sir.
ඔව්.
sir මේ අප්‍රේල් වල මේ ලැබ් 2 සෙෂන් එකක් තිබුණානේ 9 වෙනිදා.
ඔව්. අප්‍රේල්
ඒක මේ
8 වෙනිදානේ.
මාක් දැම්මද sir?
මාක් දැම්මේ නෑ තාම.
හරි හරි.
සර් පොඩ්ඩක් එක්ස්ප්ලේන් කරන්න පුළුවන්ද ලැබ් 2 සෙෂන් එක යන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා ඔන්ලයින් පොඩ්ඩක් අයිඩියා එකක් නැහැ. මොකද ඕපන් ලර්න් එකකට අපි පොඩ්ඩක් අලුත්.
දැන් ඒ කියන්නේ ඇක්සස් තියෙනවනේ.
ඔව් ඇක්සස් තියෙනවා.
ලැබ් 2 එකේ ලැබ් 2 ඩීටේල්ස් වල තියෙනවා ෂීට් එක. ලැබ් 2 ෂීට් එක තියෙනවා. ඒක කරන්න ඒත් එක්කම ඒකේ මේ ඔන්ලයින් එක්සැම්පල්ස් තියෙනවා. ඒක C ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑමින් කරන්න පුළුවන් එක්සැම්පල් එක්සර්සයිස් තියෙනවා ඒ ටික කරන්න.
ඒක ඒ ලැබ් එක වෙලාවෙදි නේද සර් කරන්න
ලැබ් එක වෙලාවදී නේ ඕන වෙලාවක කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ටික.
එතකොට සර් ලැබ් එකේ අර
ලැබ් එක වෙලාවේදී ඒ වගේ එකක් තමයි දෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් ඒ විදිහට C C program එක කරන්න තියෙන්නේ අර block code එකෙන් නෙමෙයි online තියෙන්නේ.
right.
එතකොට ඒකට practice එකට ඒ කියන්නේ කොහොමද edit එකට එහෙම ඒකට edit run යන්නේ කියලා එක test කරන්න පුළුවන් අර example වල.
ඒ කියන්නේ මේ lab 2 පැට්‍රික අපි කලින් කරලා හිටියා නම් හරිනේ.
lab 2 practice ඔව් example.
Samples. Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
So excuse me. Block 2 එක මේ upload කරලා නැහැ නේද sir? අපේ block 2 හම්බුනේ.
book 2 ද?
ඔව්.
නැතිද?
ඒ කියන්නේ මේ book එක sir.
book එක ඔය තියෙන open line එකේ තියෙනවා. තියෙන්න ඕනේ sir.
සර් lab 2 sheet එක මේ open line එකේ තියෙනවා සර්?
තියෙනවා. පොතුත් තියෙනවා textbooks. Textbooks and additional reading. Under the textbooks and additional reading, you can find the book 1 and book 2. The school slides also you can see that. And video for the lab 2 also we have which we have done earlier. It is also uploaded. It is enough. You can, if you see the lab 2 test also. Now it's okay. Are there any more questions?
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir, මේ කලින් lab 2 session එකක් තිබ්බේ ගිය මාසේ. ඒකට මම හිටියා. ඒක ඉඳලා හවස ටෙස්ට් එකට අපිට ඉන්න බැරි වුණා. ඊට පස්සේ දවසේ අපි වැඩ කරන නිසා අනිවාර්ය දා ගන්න බැරි වුණ නිසා ඒකට මේ ටෙස්ට් එකට ඉන්න බැරි වුණා. එතකොට හෙට එකට ටෙස්ට් එකට විතරක් හිටියොත් ඇතිද?
ටෙස්ට් එකට ඉඳලා මේ අර මොකක්ද එකට මේ link එකට access කරන්න link එක.
හරි.
link එක access කරලා ඊට පස්සේ මේක අපි lab 2 test එක දෙනවා.
හරි.
හරි නේද? Okay, thank you.